Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, Annette Dion here. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network, and it's the Friday after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Don't buy anything. You know, the bad actors, corporate, all the people that were behind Dumpy during the inauguration. Don't buy from any corporate that has donated to this fascist regime. I don't have to name names. You probably know who they are. But feel free to list them in the comments. From now till December 2nd, 3rd, or just not at all. Home Depot, Amazon, Target, you know, and all the rest of them. Today's a day that I'm definitely feeling things come to a revealing peak. In two senses of the word. Peak like pointy top, or a peak, P-E-A-K. We don't have to peek anymore. The crimes are right in front of our eyes. I was talking to Kathy Beal earlier, and I said, you know, I just feel like something has to be being done behind the scenes about what's going on, because it's not a secret what's going on. If anybody has been paying attention for the past 10 years, we know exactly what's going on, but now it's overtly in front of our faces. Witkoff, Jared Kushner, Marco Rubio, and several others are colluding with the Kremlin, and I hear that Jared Kushner is on his way to the Kremlin as I speak. He's probably there. We're going to take a look at what's going on. They're trying to oust Zelensky. The Kremlin's trying to oust Zelensky. The Kremlin is trying to force their peace program onto Ukraine, as is the, I'm not going to say the United States, as is the illegitimate 34 times convicted felon criminal in the White House, are trying to strong-arm Ukraine. So we're going to take a look at what's going on. Things are coming to a head. I know what's going on. You know what's going on. We'll look deeper into what's going on, see what the cards know about what's going on, and the pendulum. And we'll unpack as much as we can. But I just really feel like if you have been watching what's happening, there is a thread. I talk about this a lot. There's a thread that's running through all of this corruption. And it's the Proof of Conspiracy. Is that the name of the book? Yeah, it's on my shelf. I've shown it to you before. By Seth Abramson. It's a book that came out in like 2018, 2019. It'll tell you the whole story. And if you want the book Opus Dei about the whole Project 2025 and the dark side of humanity, the evil side of humanity, the corrupt side of humanity, that hates human life, that hates life, that. There's a lot of books out there, but the thread that you can follow is the corruption between the Crown Prince, Netanyahu, Putin, Trump, and I'm leaving someone out. Hang on, let me get the book. It's right here on my shelf. And I have shown it to you before. Here it is. There it is. How Trump's international collusion is threatening American democracy. And I, like I said, I've shown you this book before. You may know of it, 2019. Okay? So here, this is not like secret information in terms of knowing where the corruption is. So, what's right in our faces is that Trump is colluding with the Russians. And he's got all his minions around him that are colluding with the Kremlin also. So mad about this. Of course, we all should be mad about this. And I'm going to pull 3 cards to see what happens to him, to Dumpy, who's really been so... I don't think I've ever seen somebody in the public eye as off the rails and as bombastic and mean and cruel and horrible as him. He takes the cake. He's the most horrible person in history, in our history. I mean, just in terms of how he behaves. You know, some criminals at least know how to put up a front that pretending they're nice. It's true. What's going to happen to Dumpy in the face of all this that's going on? It's right out there in the open. Kushner's on his way to Moscow. Witkoff loves, oh, Putin. When Witkoff sees Putin, oh, Putin, special envoy to Ukraine. I mean, not to Ukraine. Witkoff, special envoy to the Kremlin, to Russia. What's going to happen to Dumpy? 8 of Cups, that indicates that he's going to be sorry for what he's done in the past. He's gaslighting himself, Dumpy is. I mean, and that is true. I really have picked up many times that he believes his own lies. And the 10 of Wands, big burden for Dumpy right now at the present time. Big burden. And the 8 of Cups is, yeah, he regrets the past. Yeah, he doesn't regret what he did. Let's just be clear. He does not regret what he did. He does not regret that he harmed so many people. Putin is the same way. The 8 of Cups is regrets for past, what's happened in the past. That's what that indicates here. 7 of Cups, he continues to gaslight. I've said again and again, all these people have is the gaslighting. Is pulling the wool over people's eyes. Alexei Navalny said about Putin, he never stops lying. We can definitely say about Trump, he never stops lying. Every time he opens his mouth, he's lying. They're 2 peas in a pod. And unfortunately, now we're in bed as a nation. We're in bed with freaking Vladimir freaking Putin. I've never whipped my cards like that. The collective rage just hit me. Yeah. So Dumpy is extremely burdened. And now they're using, I mean, you have to, like I was saying, it's all right clearly in front of us. I'm just going to say this much. There have been horrible shootings. There have been assassinations, including what happened on Wednesday with our National Guardsmen. Please pray for those families. But anyway. What happened in Butler, Pennsylvania has been on my mind ever since it happened. What happened to C. Kirk has also been on my mind. What happened to these National Guards people has been on my mind. And all I'm going to say about it right now is each one of those situations, those precarious situations, those very strange, horrific situations, just absolutely horrifying. Let's think about this. All 3 of those had an aftermath in which some kind of a conversation was put out there into the mainstream media. Primarily Fox, right? Fake news. There was a built-in story. There was a built-in response. For instance, I heard somebody after the Butler shooting, a pro-democracy guy, channel, not Midas Touch, someone else. And at that time, he recounted what happened in Butler on his YouTube channel. I won't mention any names. And then he said something like, Oh, and because of this assassination attempt, Trump just won the election. And I shut it off. I was really angry. After CK was tragically assassinated. They had a huge rally. That was not a funeral. That was a rally. And after this, it just happened in D.C. What a hard Thanksgiving this has been. After this happened in D.C., Keg's Breath doesn't waste any time at all and saying we're calling for more troops. So that I'm just going to leave that there because I've said enough. There's a thread. What they're trying to put out there to get you to believe is not even believable. Thinking people can see this. We all have to be active and paying attention. Let me pull 3 cards about what happens to Putin. Now the other night when I did a PNN the other night, and I remember that I was reading about Putin and what would happen with Witkoff, and I might have been talking about Rubio also, because he's in on this too. Remember when they first got in? How they were bashing Ukraine, and they, and the rest of the world was like, what the hell happened to America, right? I think I could even hear the rest of the world saying that. Is that America, right? And we're all like, oh my God, wake me up when it's over, right? Earlier in the year, January. They wasted no time going over to Europe and professing to all our allies that we were no longer allies. Speaking for us, we hate them. We hate this regime with the holy passion. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Putin and how this is going to go. Now, I do remember that I read on Witkoff and what was going on there, and Dumpy. And I saw that Putin feels like he has got a deal that they cannot say no to, which is why they're pushing this on Ukraine. So Putin is colluding. Putin, the colludie, with a Dumpy. I don't have a name for Witkoff yet. I'll think of something. But when I read on it the other night, what I got was Putin really feels like he has it in the bag. And I felt like he had compromise on Dumpy, of course. And I think it's the Epstein stuff. Let's ask. All right. Does he have compromise on Dumpy? Yes. Okay. And I think with Witkoff, Putin knows that all he has to do is flatter these guys as far as Dumpy goes, but he has got compromising photos and information. Does he have compromise on Witkoff? Is that what he has on Witkoff? No, I think with Witkoff he has like, oh, you do this for me, you're in. You're in. I'll take care of you forever. I think with Witkoff it's about the money. Is it about the money? It's about the money. Hubris. Could destroy him. Let's read on Witkoff. And I was surprised the other night when I saw that. No, Putin feels very, very certain that this will work. We're going to take a little peek at that. He feels certain that this will work. And that kind of surprised me when I saw that the other night. So Witkoff. Because I was surprised at how certain Putin feels that this will work. That he'll get Ukraine to hand themselves over in so many ways. Witkoff is such a loser. He's such a dummy. Yeah, he doesn't see it. Witkoff doesn't see that he's in danger. That Putin's going to chew him up and spit him out. 4 of Cups. He's missed his opportunity to do the right thing. Witkoff has. The right thing for himself. If he disappears, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the King of Swords. That's Putin and the, you know, the big money guys around him. And the promises that he's made to Witkoff. Let's ask some questions about him. Is Witkoff going to succeed? Is he going to succeed for himself? No. He's in deep. I picked that up before too. He's not going to make it. Is Putin going to... I'm just going to ask. Is Putin going to succeed in getting Ukraine? Wow, that's interesting. The other thing I want to mention too that I saw a few PNNs ago, last week, or it might have been this week. Might have been Monday. Prior to what's happened today, where one of Zelensky's major people that he was side by side with during the war, he had to resign. So one of the things that I see happening is I think that Europe is going to have boots on the ground. And I was surprised to see that too. So, are the Europeans going to fight in Ukraine? It's still saying yes. The U.S. is being left out of everything. Will there be boots on the ground, NATO, boots on the ground, before the year ends? Before the year ends, no. Okay, but that's the plan. That's what I pick up as a plan. In the meantime, I feel like the European nations will send weapons, mostly weapons. I actually feel like the European nations have a lot of confidence in Ukraine. They earned it. They definitely earned it. So, in light of that, I'm going to pull 3 cards about the shooting in D.C. And what I'm going to ask is, are we going to see the truth come out? I'm just going to ask that, and I'm not going to elaborate on what I mean. Because you can kind of figure out what I mean. Are we going to find out the whole story about what went on in D.C.? Couldn't even believe it when I turned on the internet and saw about that shooting. It was of National Guard soldiers. I mean, it's just so awful. Will we get the real story? I have the Princess of Cups, the Princess of Pentacles, and material success. I would say yes. I mean, I actually see us moving into a gentler time. This is kind of showing me that we will have the whole story about what was really going on in D.C. with the shooting. There are a bunch of layers to it. But it's absolutely disgusting to hear this heartless, cruel enemy of the United States of America that's squatting in our White House turn it around and use it as a way to attack us further. He does that all the time, doesn't he? And use it as a way to just behave as a, you see, we have to buckle down. We have to get more troops in. I mean, totally. If you've been upset, you have a right to be upset. If you've been upset about everything that's going on, you are normal. This is heinous. And I see that the whole story will come out eventually about what really went on. I mean, what was behind it, I mean. The Princess of Cups and the Princess of Pentacles, yes. I feel that the spirit of the woman. I didn't write her name down. You don't have to leave it. Like the National Guard's soldier, 20 years old. I just keep on picking up a time of softening when the divine feminine rises up, and the material success says people will be held accountable for what happened in DC. And I'm not just talking about the shooter. It's bigger than that. All right. I heard Kathy Beale say today on her show with Louise Eddington. Remember I was talking about Lincoln last night? Lincoln's ghost. By the way, to the person who pointed out that Dumpy doesn't sleep in the Lincoln bedroom because it's only for dignitaries, it's only for guests. I guess I forgot that. But anyway, I still feel like Dumpy has seen Lincoln's ghost, which is why he spends most of his time in Mar-a-Lago. But he hasn't. Well, let's ask this. Has Dumpy seen more than just Lincoln's ghost? Yeah. The place is haunted. The place needs to be saged. But they might be, helpful ghosts. So Kathy Beale mentioned that the Dumpy posted something about the reflection pool that's in front of the Lincoln Memorial statue, which I've never seen in person. I was in DC and I didn't see that. Anyway, there's a huge pool, and Dumpy, true to form, to just crap all over something beautiful. Kathy said he posted something with a Botticelli singing "Time to Say Goodbye." My dad loved that song. But Dumpy shits all over everything. And posted something about, alluding to that he's going to get rid of that reflection pool. Can we just all, visualize him out of there? Is Dumpy thinking about draining the pool? Is he thinking about it? I'm not saying is it going to happen. Does he thinking about draining the pool? He's thinking about draining the reflection pool in front of the Lincoln statue. And and filling it in with cement. In Kim Jong-un's North Korea, there's nothing of beauty. And there are buildings with his ugly face, his fat face all over them. Dumpy is following the Putin playbook. Bullet point by bullet point. He's attempting to take everything that is beautiful and pour concrete all over it. So since I'm on the topic, well, let's ask this. Will the reflection pool being filled in happen? I didn't even have to finish the question. It says no. That won't happen. Is that because he'll be gone? Is that because he'll be gone? He'll be gone. Before this time for that to happen, he'll be strong, yes. He'll be really, really gone. He'll be doubly, triply gone before that's going to happen. Well, let's ask this. Is the ballroom going to be built? What? Apparently, the vacation rentals, Airbnb, are having Black Friday sales, and they just sent me a notification. Oh my word. Oh. Is Dumpy's ballroom going to be built? It's up in the air. Is the East Wing going to be all wide open all winter? Is the East Wing going to be all wide open all winter? I mean, is it going to be just exposed to the elements all winter? I don't know what they're going to do. Then he's really not going to stay there. What, they have tarp over it? What? Hey, can we just... What a mess. I just had to pause and just take it all in. What a mess. So, where shall we go from here? Let's pick a goddess card to guide us through. I hope you're getting through this okay. I know I'm doing my best with Off the Ledge, and Church of Spirituality was wonderful yesterday, the special Thanksgiving Day service. And then last night I did a video asking about the ghosts in the White House. Because I had watched a video about there being ghosts in the White House, and I thought, I'm going to make my PNN different and talk about that. So that was last night. I'm doing what I can to keep us happy. Here. And if I thought you guys didn't appreciate it, I would not. So thank you for appreciating it. We have the communication goddess. Well, we might not have the book in front of me, because you know. No, actually, I do have it. And so I'm going to read you Iris, and she's about communication. This is to guide us, okay? So, Iris to guide us. Here's the message. Clarity and communication is called for, as your words will have great impact on others right now. It's a wonderful time to start writing, telling new stories, and sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others. Amen. Others will desire positive and fruitful communication with you, so get ready for some amazing new opportunities to come from these discussions. Remember to stay open and be clear about expressing your desires. Speak with integrity, kindness, and respect for yourself and others. Most important, Iris reminds you of the communication you have with the universe. You are in a mutual dialogue, and now is the time to pay attention to the signs and omens in your life. Trust this important yet subtle communication. It will never lead you astray when you listen and act accordingly. Okay, that's Iris, and I'm going to tell you something about that. This reinforces my feeling about 3i Atlas, that we are being communicated with by intergalactic beings. And I don't think that sounds too outlandish. I really don't. I feel like this time that we're in, where the whole world is going freaking crazy bonkers. Let me explain. We're the only species that doesn't protect our home, because greed has taken over, right? The sickness of insatiable greed has taken over. And just vileness. And it's gotten to a point where it's like there's these wars going on, and they're blowing up, you know, oil and gas facilities, and then Dumpy gets in there and he wants to destroy everything and just drill baby drill and drill baby drill. So we need cosmic help. And I feel that cosmic help is arriving. And it might not be where's my little alien? Alvin the alien. It might not be it might not be I told you I got this at the dentist. It might not be this Alvin the alien. He's so cute. I'm here to help you. Take me to your leader. No, you might not want that. I don't think you want that. I think he understands. I think they're coming to save us from our leader. He's not our leader. From the orange monster. All right, enough in it. You're getting a little bonkers. If you don't act silly once in a while, you might go bananas from the stress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards to give us a little bit of guidance on whether we're going to get help and guidance. What do you think of that? By the way, did I tell you to hit the thumbs up yet? Please hit the thumbs up, and please hit the hype button. I gotta make a living. I need for my my videos to be visible. It's kind of important. Are we gonna get help? 8 of Cups. There's so much damage been done. Yeah, we're having a rough time with feeling like everything's out of control and feeling like we're so limited in what we can do. But the Chariot and the Page of Pentacles says there's help for humans coming. Help for humans is coming. Just let's keep our eye on the prize. Peace, stability, democracy, freedom for all. I heard there's some kind of a World Peace Day, December 1st or 2nd or something like that. I have to look that up. But I heard that that Trump doesn't want us to be any part of it. He doesn't want us to be a part of anything. Let's pull a few more cards and then we'll wrap it. Just to kind of look at. I want to use pleasant cards. Hang on. We'll use the rose cards. Mary gave me these. Mary, you know who you are. We'll look at the rose cards and we'll ask all the work that we're doing. And once again, I want to encourage you to not watch the scary stories about the news. If you can avoid that, things that you feel like are not in your control, just don't watch those stories. I'm going to pull 3 cards about our democracy and where we are right now. And then I'll let you go and come back tomorrow. Oh, and tomorrow's our psychic party for members. So if you want to join us, it's a live stream, but it's set to members only. And that's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We do that once a month. 8 p.m. Eastern. What do we have to guide us moving forward? It's our heartache that will get us through, that will bring us to a place. I mean, we really are hurting. This is really painful what Dumpy and Putin are doing to this country. They continue to gaslight us, and that's the most painful thing, is that the mainstream media won't tell us what's the American population, what's going on really. The King of Coins, it's all coming out. Everything that's going on is coming out, and it's going to be painful to realize how much we've been gaslit, but it is coming out. The truth is coming out, and I do feel a benevolence with that. So one more card for a little more clarity. What do you have for us, oh guides? What do you have for us to help us to get through the next 24 hours? Let me use these. To get us through the next 24 hours. Or less. Pray. The guides are saying pray. Pray, 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 pray. And think about all the other people that are praying. Like the Pope. Queen of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. This is hopeful. It's the feminine, the divine feminine rising up. Everything that's going on is really because the dark side is so angry that it's being revealed. Look at how much they're trying to hide. It's like trying to hide an elephant in the middle of the room. It's like the Epstein files. That's like a herd of elephants. This is our military, and now this is our military actually doing something. Don't be impatient. Just take that in and let it go. Because it's very crystal clear what's going on, and action must be taken. So, I don't know how, but the Queen of Cups, I really can't see these. The Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Let's keep our eye on the prize. before I keep saying before I let you go. Before I let you go, I want to just ask if Trump is going to be removed. Before we're handed over to Putin, will that be stopped? Yeah, it will. It will. Handing the United States over to Russia will be stopped. Is Ukraine going to be handed over to Russia? No. Okay, now I'll leave you with that. Please book a reading, psychic@dion.com. And also our winter solstice party, our tickets are available. We're having a Zoom party, Kathy Beale and I. You have to join us on the 22nd of December, of course. And it's a Monday night, and it starts at 7, I believe. So check that out at empowermentunlimited.net. Join us for our winter solstice gathering. That's going to be right around the time that 3i Atlas is closest. Right around that time. Okay. Love you lots. Namaste. See you tomorrow. Be good to yourselves.